As many of you know, making changes in our lives is sometimes hard. Many of us have that anticipation that we want to make those big gains. But how do we make that? Our next guest is with us. And Liz, how do you remind your clients to get back to the basics and take small steps?
Yeah, that's a great point, because people often bite off more than they can chew, excuse the pun, because they really want to jumpstart their diets in the new year to be healthier. But if your goals are so big, it becomes really hard to achieve. And so I recommend people set small, achievable goals that are delicious and doable. And they really need to kind of assess what they're eating throughout the day. Like, for example, dieting, or rather snacking, right? So if people start the day off and they have breakfast, but then they're snacking all through the day, they might be making some mistakes. For example, they might be snacking on salty foods. They might be snacking on only sweet foods. And when you snack on sweet foods, you end up consuming lots of sugar, potentially, lots of added sugar, and not a lot of nutrition. And so I recommend people go for naturally sweet snacks that are satisfying and delicious. And so I recommend Wonderful Halos California mandarins, because they are juicy, they're naturally sweet, they're easy to peel. So lunch boxes, this is like your perfect snack. They are seedless, so for kids especially, that's really important. And they're in season from November through April. So I like to think of them as nature's perfect snack. Just fill a bowl with Wonderful Halos, and then through the day, you kind of grab and you go. And it's a nice way to improve your snacking habits by going for something like that.
Well, Liz, I'm a big fan of Halos. Oh, they're so delicious. Now I'm going to crave a whole bunch of them this weekend. But with that said, what else do you have?
You want to talk about beverages? Because I bet you've talked to plenty of people out there who say, I can't lose weight. Where am I going wrong? And it's because they're consuming so many calories and so many artificial ingredients just with beverages. And so I recommend people ditch beverages made with artificial colors and ingredients and make the switch to something that's flavorful and natural and nutritious. And so Palm Wonderful, 100% pomegranate juice, that's a great option for people. You've probably seen this in your supermarket in the refrigerator section. This is an 8-ounce serving. And the really neat thing is that in every 8-ounce serving, you get the juice of 2 whole pomegranates. And so no added sugar, nothing artificial, just the juice of 2 pomegranates in that 8-ounce serving. You also get antioxidants. Those are those natural plant compounds that are so good for you. And you get potassium. You get the same amount of potassium that you'd get in a banana. I love the flavor. It's kind of just slightly sweet, a little bit tart. You could add to smoothies. You could sip on it on its own. You could add to mocktails or cocktails. So it's a great way to give your beverages a healthy makeover. And then there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What are you going to do? So when it comes to New Year's resolutions, I tell people, look at your pantry. Can you give your pantry a little bit of a makeover? And by that I mean you want to stock your pantry with ingredients that are nutritious, certainly, that are portioned appropriately, because we don't want to eat too much food, right? So we want to be mindful of portion control, and also with ingredients that are affordable and easy to find at your local supermarket. We want to get rid of all those barriers to good nutrition. So this is minute ready to serve rice. It comes in a variety of different rice options. You've got brown rice. We've got brown rice and quinoa. That's minute rice. That's their newest variety. And you see these little pre-portioned cups? So simple. They're already pre-cooked, and you just have to heat it in the microwave. So you can make meals in minutes. This is just one example I brought for you here. This is a Mediterranean rice salad. It's made with brown rice and quinoa as the base. And then to that, I've added tomatoes. We have feta cheese, kale that I've just chopped up into little pieces. If you've got little kids at home, little bits is good. Cucumbers, a little bit of vinaigrette, some black olives. You could just lay out a bar, like a build your own salad bar, with some minute ready to cook rice and different vegetables and vinaigrettes and cheeses, or maybe some grilled chicken or shrimp. And you've got a lunchbox item or dinner, like in no time at all.
Well, Liz, we always love your ideas. Thank you so much for joining us, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thanks for having me.